Hi and welcome back to KnotsByLaney. I'm Laney and today we are going to be trying to make a corset. Have I ever made a corset before? No. Do I have all the materials I need to make a corset? No. Am I willing to go to the store today to get the materials I need to make this corset? No. What are we going to do anyway? Make the corset. My goal is to make a jack-o'-lantern corset as a Halloween costume because it is September and so spooky season is upon us, and that is now my only personality trait. So I don't have a pattern for a corset, nor am I going to purchase one right now. So I'm gonna get my muslin and my mannequin and I'm gonna try and drape this up and we'll see how this goes. Okay, belly strap's gonna be symmetrical. Alright, I'm going to cut out my muslin and draft these pieces, quickly sew it up and make sure it fits. Not gonna lie, she might not be my proportions anymore. It's been a minute. So, did I check? No, because that would have been productive. How's she look? Okay, so I think I have barely just enough orange fabric to do an outside layer of orange, which means I have to figure out an inside layer, which sounds like a problem for future me. So I'm gonna cut this out and we're gonna cross our fingers and pray that it works. Also, not sure I have enough orange to make sleeves, so we might use ribbon as sleeves. We'll see. Now all that's left to do is sew these together and pray that it goes well. I think I should put interfacing on this. Should it go on the lining? No, it should go on this. Let me go look and see how much interfacing I have. I definitely have enough interfacing. Alright, I'm going to cut this interfacing out to match the panels, just like minus seam allowance. I think I'm going to sew my dart first. I don't know if this is how I should do this. We're really just going to try it and find out. But I'm going to sew my dart, and then I'm going to cut the excess away, and then we'll interface on top of it. I'll start by pressing all of these. I'm going to press the seams in, going the direction away from the bust, so that way it looks nice. And then I'm going to cut all of the interfacing out off camera, and we will start trying to fuse that stuff together. I want to note that I have wrong sides facing up for every single part, and then if you've never used interfacing before, there's a soft side and then a rough side. The rough side is the glue, and that is what we will be fusing onto. So you'll want to iron on the soft side. If you're super worried about not knowing which way it is and you don't want to mess up your iron, I would suggest taking a piece of muslin, putting it over the interfacing, and then ironing on top like that. Here are all of our interfaced pieces. Now all that's left to do is flip this right sides together and sew her up. Okay, so I haven't looked at it yet. You guys get to see it first. Definitely way too long in the back. But I knew that because I didn't want to deal with seam allowance. So now I just need to figure out what my interior lining's gonna be, and straps, and all of the things that I don't want to figure out. I lied. Let's go to Joann's. I got the goods. I got a wired glittery ribbon for straps. I got a 3/4 or 3/8 of an inch ribbon for the edging, binding, whatever it's called. I got way more black fabric than we need because it was cheap, and this was the last of the bolt, so I got all of it. Anyway, The goal is to, I think I'm going to cut out the face of the pumpkin, make a template, cut out the face. I think we're going to hand sew the face onto the pumpkin. I just think it'll be cleaner. I think it'll be cleaner. I think that like the mouth is gonna get complicated if I try and do it on the machine. All right, good morning, y'all. So last night I did like 80% of the face. I got the eyes and the nose on, and then I started on the mouth. I didn't like it. I ripped it up. I made a new mouth. So this is where we're at. I'm right here, so I still gotta do this part, but the eyes are done, the nose, and the mouth. It's not the cleanest, and I've never sewn through interfacing before, so like the white little like stuff is coming up, so I'm gonna have to go over and like pick that out after I'm done with all of this. But it's coming along, we're getting there. So I have this 5/8 ribbon. It is polyester. It's silky on both sides of it. I'm just going to cut the sections just a little bit longer than the actual fabric and sew these on all of my edges. I don't know if I should do it here. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm gonna sew one here, then I'm gonna sew one on top of it this way, and then on this back side seam. I don't think I'm gonna do that on this one. I just don't think it's necessary for the inner lining. That done, and it looks pretty good. If you were putting boning in, you could use these as boning channels and insert your boning in here, but since it's just a costume, I'm not going to be putting boning in. So now I'm going to put right sides together and pin it all the way around, and I'm going to just sew the top and then the bottom. I'm not going to sew either of the sides yet. So I'll basically have a long tube that we can pull inside out to make it right sides together. However, I really want to put ribbon in as ties, so I think that I'm going to figure that out now. So, I hate it, and I'm going to seam rip from here to here, re-put the sleeves in here, and re-sew it back up on the inside. I'm going to do that off camera. just going to snip on both sides. Alright, so now this is where we're going to create our grommets for our lace-up back. So we're going to fold this in about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. Like that. Now I'm just going to do a straight stitch down both of these real quick before I figure out how many grommets I need and do the binding. Now I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to fold it basically in half at the edge of my seam and catch it on both sides of the fabric all the way along the bottom, and then we'll see if we do the top and then the sides, and I will see you after I'm done with that. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 grommets on each side for a total of 8. I have my little backs here. I've spaced them out already, so I'm going to just mark the middles. I'm going to cut them out, and I'm going to punch these holes with my handy dandy mallet. Let's try and get this one in frame. Okay, so all I'm doing is going to run the flame back and forth to just seal this edge so it won't fray. And just like that. Alright, that's all for today, and if you would like to follow me along a different craft journey, make sure to subscribe and like this video. Comment to tell me what you'd like to see me do next, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!